American newspaper New York Times has written that despite the differences and issues, Trump cannot afford to walk away from Pakistan. In its editorial on January the 5th, the newspaper wrote that Mr. Trump is not the first to adopt this policy. In 2011, Adam Mike Mullen, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, alleged that the Haqqani network was a veritable arm of the Pakistani security service. Extremist organizations serving as proxies of the government of Pakistan are attacking Afghan troops and civilians as well as US soldiers, he said. But President Trump cannot afford to walk away from Pakistan, which has often provided vital intelligence and has the world's fastest growing nuclear arsenal. Whether Pakistan will cooperate after the aid freeze remains to be seen. Initially, some Pakistani officials reacted harshly to the announcement, which came as a surprise, but on Friday, a foreign ministry statement talked about the need for mutual respect and patience as the two countries address common threats, wrote the paper. Mr. Trump could marshal other diplomatic tools to see if more constructive cooperation with Pakistan is possible. One idea would be to harness his new friendships with the leaders of Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to shut down Haqqani and other Taliban fundraising efforts in the Persian Gulf. This would, of course, require quiet negotiations, not shouting. Times further wrote that Pakistan has long posed a dilemma for the United States. Should America provide it with aid and treat it as an ally because of its potential to help fight regional extremists, or should ties and funding be restricted, or even severed, because of its connections to those groups? The Trump administration's announcement on Thursday that it would freeze nearly all military aid to Pakistan, roughly $1.3 billion annually, is the latest of several times in the last 16 years that funding has been withheld or modified out of American frustration with Pakistan's support for certain terrorist groups. But President Trump's bombast and the precipitous way the decision seems to have been made have led to doubts that Mr. Trump has a serious plan for managing the ramifications of this move. Almost every military flight into Afghanistan goes through Pakistani airspace. Most supplies travel along Pakistani roads and rails. Pakistan could shut down American access at any moment, and some Pakistani officials are threatening to do just that. Pakistan could also ally more closely with China, which is already investing in major new infrastructure projects and expanding its international leadership at America's expense, and be more hardline in its rivalry with India. Indeed, China could once again be the beneficiary of a Trump decision estranging the United States from longtime partners, the newspaper mentioned. The president is good at venting grievances, as he demonstrated in his New Year's Day tweet on the situation. The United States has foolishly given Pakistan more than $33 billion in aid over the last 15 years, he wrote, and they have given us nothing but lies and deceit, thinking of our leaders as fools. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan, with little help,